If you've been following me over the past couple of years on all of our platforms, you know I've been highlighting some of the worst school boards in our country, where these people just refuse to do what's right and just implement a little logic and common sense. And so what I want to do is highlight one of the worst ones in the country. This is Rochester Community Schools. They blocked me over on X because I continue to expose their hot garbage. So listen to this school board trustee and listen to her passion and her emotion. This woman, along with another gentleman, has been fighting nonstop for the rights of all kids, not just a very small minority of the population. So listen to what she has to say.
My name is Carol Bufflett Cooey. I'm a parent of 2 kids who is now serving as a trustee on the Board of Education. I'm speaking tonight in my capacity as a resident because the majority on our board voted to not allow comments from board members tonight. Mr. Russo, I want to clarify up front, this message is not directed at you. It's for our board and community. At the meeting on July 1st, we heard stories about how our school system violated parents' trust by reading LGBTQ-themed books to their elementary-aged kids without ever notifying them about it or asking for consent. I've been hearing too many stories like this, and too many stories about people leaving our district because of it. We need to respect parents' rights and children's innocence by letting parents review and opt out of ideological or sex ed-related content. If anything, it should be opt-in rather than opt-out. Now, I've heard some people are angry at teachers, but honestly, I think that anger is misplaced. The problem stems from leadership at the top, and ultimately it falls on us, it falls on the board. As board members, we should be setting the expectations through policy that protect both staff and parents' rights when it comes to handling controversial issues. I found out from RCS staff who've been with the district a long time that we used to have a policy like this before our previous superintendent. Trustee Weaver has been talking about this practically since he was elected. He found a solid controversial issues policy from Neola, and we reworked it to try to fit with the style of our existing policies. I proposed it in policy committee and again at our policy work session in February, only to have 5 majority board members consistently shoot it down without offering any alternatives. Of course, this isn't entirely surprising. 5 majority board members also pushed forward an LGBTQ resolution last year advocating for the freedom to teach sexuality at all levels as long as it has to do with LGBTQ themes. Last month, they campaigned at an event with a drag queen performance and story hour. Now, I have no issue with them taking part in this on their own time as adults, but as future trustees, we see where their energy is and where it's not. The majority of our board voted down 5 literacy motions and ignored curriculum deficiencies for years. They approved invoices that violated our financial controls even when it was pointed out to them.
30 seconds.
They've ignored retaliation against parents and wastefully applied our kids' general fund dollars toward a daycare center that doesn't pull its weight. There's a list of problems, and ultimately, we need new board members, parents, not politicians on a slate, who will focus on education, truly provide fiscal oversight, and start bringing families back to our district instead of scaring them away.
Pretty powerful. And so I am going to do everything in my power to help some of these school board candidates in these schools across the country raise money for their campaigns, because these little elections, folks, they matter. They matter in a big way, because the power of one can lead to the power of many. These people are willing to throw their hat in the ring, put themselves out there in this evil, horrible game, in this culture in today's society that's very, very vicious. And so I'm going to help them raise money. So what I'm going to do is, if you would like to buy my book, this is God's True Law. I wrote this book 11 years ago, okay? A Parent's Guide to Raising Successful Children. It's basically just a self-help book for the parents to be aware to quit screwing up their kids on what they do, what they say, how they act, etc. I was actually going to update this book because I wrote this when I was a young father, but then COVID happened and God had other plans for me. So you can get this book for $20, all right? And I'm going to donate all the net proceeds of this book to these campaigns across the country to help these school board candidates fight back. The fight back for you, to fight back for your kids, to fight back for this little idea called America. So you can send me that $20 on Venmo at Garrett-Soldano or at PayPal at Garrett Soldano. Or if you want to mail me a check, just message me. I'll give you my address and you can mail me a check and I'll get this book out to you. But I always like to put something else out there for you guys instead of just asking for your money. I want to give you something in return. And so this is my way of giving back. So for $20, you can have this 150-page book on how to raise successful children. So if you're a grandparent, have a grandchild, if you're a new mom, a new dad, it's just a good book. It tells you a little bit about my life story, okay? Is it worth 20 bucks? Absolutely not. I should be selling these things for $10. However, I'm trying to donate to a good cause. So let's help these folks out. Let's take back our local government, our local school boards, but more importantly, our country. God bless you. God bless the state of Michigan. Of course, and always, God bless these United States.